to end off the week and lead us into Shabbat. We are continuing with the laws of Birkat Kohanim. There's a question on the washing of the hands of the Kohanim. Traditionally, you see a Kohen exit the synagogue, wash their hands before Birkat Kohanim in preparation for the Beracha for the Birkat Kohanim that they're about to recite. However, what if there is a very tight minyan? Meaning, there's only 10 people in the synagogue, and if this one Kohen goes out, or it could be 2 Kohanim, maybe with the Levi to go wash their hands, you won't have a minyan. What do? So here we can refer to what the Shulchan Aruch teaches us, that technically, in true technicality, if the Kohen, like everybody else, wakes up in the morning and washes their hand with a cup, like we do Netilat Yadayim in the morning, and this removes maybe impurity from the hands, or prepares the hands and the entirety of the person for tefillah as well. It does serve that purpose as well. So if we washed our hands in the morning, and between washing our hands and the tefillah, we didn't touch our shoes, which will kind of disqualify the washing, or we didn't enter into a restroom, or things like that, or touched any concealed places, that Netilat Yadayim is still valid for Birkat Kohanim, and they could then rely on that and not have to go out again to wash their hands for Birkat Kohanim. So just to make it clear, the Kohanim wash their hands before reciting the Beracha to everyone in the synagogue. However, says the Shulchan Aruch, in a circumstance where they need to rely on the washing of their hands in the morning, maybe there's no minyan, or even without that, not enough water, drought, issues with water, there's a problem with the sink, whatever reason, then they could rely on the washing of the hands that they have done in the morning, and that is good enough for them to be able to recite Birkat Kohanim. And this week's parasha, Parashat Shelach, has a multitude of themes. It speaks about Eretz Yisrael, teaches us about Lashon Hara, the mitzvah of Talit, of Tzitzit, also in this week's parasha, and also there's a little bit of a hint to what actually can distinguish the dietary fashions of Am Yisrael from all the other nations, which is the things we eat and the way we eat, the way we consume our foods, and the behaviorism on the table. The table is very similar to the Mizbeach, Shulchan Domela Mizbeach, meaning the table is very comparable to the altar in the temple. Just like the altar in the temple had items of food or ingredients on it, and that was served to God, so too when we're at a table, the way we act on the table, the bracha we recite on the foods prior to consuming them, and the ingredients themselves have much to do with holiness. Just like there was holiness in the temple and the Bet HaMikdash, so too there could be holiness found in the most maybe physical or mundane activities, such as eating and simply the things that we consume. And we do have hints to that in this week's parasha, and that and so much more can be learned about and read this Shabbat tomorrow morning. We look forward to seeing everyone here, and once again, welcome to Ethan, and Shabbat Shalom.
I have 2 questions.